Some mysteries remain unsolved not because the evidence is lacking, but because the explanations lie beyond our understanding. These are not just cold cases. They're stories that whisper of the supernatural, of rituals, time slips, and entities that shouldn't exist. Here are 5 real cases that cross the line between the unexplained and the unearthly. In 1971, in the quiet English town of Hexham, 2 brothers were digging in their backyard when they unearthed something strange. 2 small stone heads, carved crudely, but with eerily human features. Their parents brought the heads inside, and that's when everything began. Doors slammed by themselves, cold winds swept through closed rooms. And then came the sightings, first by the family, then by neighbors. A creature, described as half man, half wolf, prowling near their home. Researchers who took the heads for study weren't spared either. One woman claimed the beast followed her, stalked her, watched from the shadows. The heads were believed to be cursed, possibly relics from ancient Celtic pagan rituals. And when they were removed from the house, the activity stopped. Completely. But the Hexham Heads were never seen again, and neither was the creature. In 2016, an entire family vanished. The Tromps, father, mother, and 3 adult children, left their home in rural Australia without warning. No phones, no wallets, no explanation. They drove over 1,000 miles across the country, seemingly fleeing from something. They separated. One daughter was found hiding in a bush. Another stole a car. One brother checked into a hospital, and their father wandered into the wilderness, convinced something was after him. But here's where it gets chilling. They weren't on drugs. There was no sign of mental illness. And when asked, one daughter said it felt like they were being guided by something. But she couldn't explain what. Some blamed mass psychosis. Others think the family may have come face to face with something beyond human comprehension. Rio de Janeiro, 1966. 2 men are found dead on a remote hill. They're wearing formal suits, waterproof coats, and on their faces, lead masks, the kind used to block radiation. There were no signs of violence, no poison in their systems. But nearby, a notebook with a cryptic message.
Be at the agreed place at 4:30. Take capsules. After effect. Protect metals. Await signal.
They were radio technicians, known to dabble in spiritualism. Some believe they were trying to contact something, or someone. Theories have ranged from botched alien communication to secret society rituals. But here's what keeps investigators up at night. They planned it. They followed every step. But the final signal they were waiting for, it never came. Or maybe it did. Just not for us. May 14th, 2008. Minnesota. 19-year-old Brandon Swanson crashes his car into a ditch and calls his parents for help. He's calm. He says he'll walk toward a town nearby and ask them to meet him there. Then, 47 minutes into the call, he suddenly exclaims, "Oh shit!" And the line goes dead. Police found his car. Dogs tracked his scent for nearly 3 miles. Then it just stopped. Like he'd vanished mid-step. No blood, no signs of struggle, no remains. Some say he may have fallen into a river, but many reject that theory, because this wasn't just a disappearance. It felt like a removal. Psychics and paranormal investigators believe Brandon may have slipped into a different dimension, or crossed paths with something that doesn't leave evidence behind. There was no "oh shit" moment found on the phone's voicemail. That line was only heard by his parents. 1955. A merchant ship named MV Joyita vanishes in the South Pacific with 25 people on board. Weeks later, it's found drifting, completely empty. Medical supplies were laid out, blood-stained bandages remained. The radio was set to emergency frequency, but the communication wires, Cut. All lifeboats were missing, yet the ship was still seaworthy. No distress signal was ever sent. Theories range from piracy to mutiny, but the strangest suggestions point to something else entirely. A time slip, a vortex, or a sea-based entity, something ancient and watching. Some have even called it the Bermuda Triangle's Pacific twin. Whatever happened, one thing is certain. Something terrified them enough to abandon ship, and whatever it was, we never saw it coming.